You already know what it is, family. Chauncey, aka the Black Separatist, back with another great Man of God Media TV reaction. All right, so I just came across this video on my Twitter timeline. I saw the title, and it said Joe McKnight case. This is from TMZ Sports. Joe McKnight case, sheriff drop N-bomb and F-bomb in bizarre news conference. So I was like, okay, I gotta check that out and do a reaction video because it seems interesting. So I'm gonna give you guys my reaction, like I always do. Kind of a new segment I've been doing for the past couple of months, and give you guys my post thoughts and commentary on it. Before I start on that, if you're new to the channel, once again, my name is Chauncey, aka the Black Separatist. On this channel that you're watching right now, I talk about counter racism. I also talk about issues that affect black people collectively as a group, and I offer my suggestions on how to replace this broken system of injustice, this broken system of racism, which is white supremacy, with a system of justice. So if you are new and you subscribe to that ideology, please subscribe to this channel. If you don't, you can subscribe anyway. The more trolls, the more hate watchers, the merrier. You are just a view count, and you are contributing to my accomplishments, basically. All right? So subscribe anyway. All right, so let's get it popping with this video from TMZ. This is regarding the Joe McKnight case, and I'm going to also give you guys my thoughts on the updated case because this suspected white supremacist, Ronald Gasser, was convicted of manslaughter, or was arrested on manslaughter charges, rather. And yeah, I'm going to give you guys my thoughts on that as well. Let me play this video and give you guys my thoughts, post commentary after the video's done. So here we go.
Our elected leaders that stood by me, and I want to thank them again. You are true leaders. You are credible leaders. You did not do what was in your best interest. You did what was in the best interest of the community, and you're suffering for it, and I feel bad for you. I do.
Okay.
And I'm sure you see the emotion in me, because it's not fair. It's not fair for him to be called, you punk-ass Uncle Tom Coon. We saw you sell out to them, you rat-ass faggot punk.
Okay.
That's the tone of what we're calling our elected leaders for standing up and simply saying, let justice prevail and let the process take its course.
Now I'm imagining this dude must have been reading these comments off the internet. It sounds like he's reading comments off the internet. If so, it seems like to me this dude just found how to use the internet and social media. Because he's acting surprised that people are saying these things online, which I find amusing.
To go on to say, you ass-kissing faggot that has done little to our community, all we know is that you are a bitch puppet. You rat-ass looking coon on TV. I bet they made you say that, puppet boy. I know what I see. I know that Norman is a piece of shit, and you stood behind that white boy with that bullshit, nigga. You won't even stand with your people, you self-serving son of a bitch.
Okay, so this dude just said the word nigga. Nobody said nothing, obviously. He's sitting around a bunch of white people. He just quoted the word nigga, N-I-G-G-A. Nobody said shit. Nobody said shit. Look at everybody. And again, it seems like this dude, I don't know these comments. I'm not sure the origin of these comments are from the internet, but it sounds like they are. He's reading them from paper, which he got it. He printed them out, or his assistant printed them out from an internet page or message board or social media post, whatever. But that's what it sounds like. And this guy sounds like he sounds surprised that people are saying these things on the internet, and then he quotes the word nigga. 'Nigga, 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 'nigga,
Really? And the tone of these go on and on and on and on, and all we simply asked for was let them do their job.
Okay. Huh. Yeah, that was bizarre. That was bizarre and interesting. I'm glad I was able to do a reaction to that because that was pretty goddamn weird. Dude was reading again. Like, I'm not sure of the origin, but it sounds like to me he was reading that from an internet message board, a social media post, maybe a post from Facebook. I don't know. Some random poster said those things to an elected official, and he felt some type of way and quoted the word nigga. Yeah, that's not cool. That's not cool. And obviously, these guys that were around him, they didn't think anything of it. So that was weird. This guy's named Sheriff Newell Norman. This is regarding the Joe McKnight case and all the controversy surrounding it. Very weird. That was just a snippet of the news press conference. They got the original press conference that they showed, but this was the snippet of the bizarre things he said within that press conference. Yeah, but that was weird. But anyway, so with the case of Joe McKnight, obviously, Joe McKnight has passed. He was a former football NFL player who wanted to get his career back into the NFL, and he was shot and killed by a suspected race soldier over a road rage incident. And now the update is Ronald Gasser was charged in the fatal shooting of former NFL player Joe McKnight with manslaughter. Okay. Now, it says in this article that I'm reading that these so-called police officers, they interviewed Ronald Gasser, and they said they interviewed, I think they said 160 people according to NY Times. Let me see. I think they said 160 people. I don't know how the hell y'all got 100. Yeah. Mr. Gasser was charged after investigators conducted more than 160 interviews. I'm sorry. So not people, but interviews. Conducted more than 160 interviews and spoke to Mr. Gasser for more than 12 hours. Sheriff Newell Norman of Jefferson Parish said on Tuesday in a expletive-laden news conference in which he defended the authorities' actions. The sheriff, bristling over suggestions that officials had been slow-footed and had handled the case differently because of the race of the two men. That had been directed at elected officials after Mr. Gasser's release. All right, so the interesting thing about this, not interesting, but it's the code of white supremacy. They had interviewed this guy, this suspected white supremacist, Ronald Gasser. And I'm trying to find the quote, but he basically said that once Joe McKnight, after they had the little road rage incident, allegedly they were, driving past each other, cutting each other off, et cetera, et cetera. That's what allegedly was reported. Joe McKnight allegedly got out of the car, got out of his vehicle, and approached Mr. Gasser, the suspected white supremacist. And Mr. Gasser shot Joe McKnight on sight. And of course, the code for white supremacy, when you see a black guy on the street, when you see a black person, period, you're in fear of your life. You're automatically in fear of your life, so therefore you got to shoot and kill an unarmed black woman, boy, child, girl, or senior citizen. It doesn't matter what age, what gender. These suspected white supremacists will kill you because they are in fear of you. So therefore, you have to be executed. That's the code of white supremacy. So yeah, basically that's what this guy Ronald Gasser told the local authorities in Jefferson Parish. So that's basically what he said. So this is the quote right here. It says, Mr. Gasser told the police he had feared Mr. McKnight, but witnesses disputed elements of his account. All right. So, of course, like I said, that's their code. I got to be in fear of a big black guy. I got to be in fear of a boy who carries a toy gun. Right. I got to be in fear of a boy walking the street and I bumped into him. I gotta be in fear of a boy who's walking an apartment complex with a hoodie on. Right? You see where I'm going with this? So that's the continuance, and that's the code of conduct that these white supremacists live by. That is, shoot a black person on sight if you feel that your life is in danger. Just that simple. So, now, again, this guy, Gasser, is convicted of manslaughter, or arrested of manslaughter, rather. So, this is an open and shut case. This guy needs to be tried with basically first degree murder, in my opinion. I mean, it's just that simple, but it's going to go to trial. Will I be surprised if this guy gets a lesser charge? I mean, he has to get charged. He has to. But will I be surprised if he perhaps doesn't get charged or gets a lesser charge? I would not be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised, just like they did with the shooter who shot the guy in the back, which I can't think of his name right now. I don't have the case in front of me. That trial, these guys are confused. Like you shot and killed a man running away in his back, and yet you don't know what to decide on how to convict the killer. It's, it is what it is, family. That's the continuance of racism, white supremacy in this country. So that's what we are dealing with. So with this Joe McKnight case is still developing, still ongoing, still investigations, et cetera, right now. Like I said, Gasser is arrested with the manslaughter charge. So we'll see what happens as this story still develops and still gets investigated, et cetera. We'll see what happens. But like I said, that interview that this sheriff guy did, he had to be on something, man. I mean, you was reading stuff off the internet, supposedly, and you were acting shocked and surprised that people would say this online. Apparently, you don't go online at all. Yeah, act like you just discovered the internet or something. I don't know. It is what it is. All right, family, those are my quick thoughts. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. All right, Chauncey, a.k.a. the Black Separatist, signing out. Peace.